All right. So, this is going to be a very fun one. So, this is one of the hardest levels in this entire level set for a lot of reasons. Now, this level says you have a time limit, but I have never had it happen. This level made me almost fucking give up as a kid because it's so... Well, you'll see. It's very long, which... it's probably one of the longer ones. So you see those pillboxes over there? Those are actually going to be killed in one hit. But they're treated as like a machine gun unit, so you need to be very careful. The story of this entire game, right? So you can see what I mean. They just kind of rotate towards you. They're like a machine gunner. I think they can shoot a few more bullets, though. Oh, boy.
Whoa, this could be tough.
I love Sarge's voice so much. Later series, it was a different character, by the way, different Sarge. He was voiced by Jim Cummings, and Jim Cummings also voiced every single character in the entire Sarge's Heroes game that wasn't a female. I commend it. He probably had a field day doing it, and he does a really good job playing Plastro, who's just hilariously fun. I actually wish they just made a fucking Army Man TV show and not actually, like, made games, if I'm honest. Because, I'm not even gonna lie, the Sarge's Heroes games are actually really fun. Like, story-wise and character-wise. They're just so well... They're, like, excellent kid media, I'd say. Like, one of my favorite lines is when... Like, he's like, Plastro, how could you? Or Vicky says, Plastro, how could you? And then, like, he just says, well, someone hasn't been paying attention, obviously. I'm the bad guy? Like, it's such a dumb... Like I said, it just should have been a TV show. It really should have. So, okay, so you're probably thinking, so what's the point of this mission? Just infiltrating this fort. We need to get a key, is what they're called in the game. Which, oh, don't worry, we'll get to know more about those later. So, before you even go in there, see if I can clear this guy out, because I don't want these guys fucking being alive very long, if I'm honest. I might be able to hit that guy. Yep, perfect. I think there's, yep, I can barely see him. There's a machine gunner right there. So, I'm not going to keep pushing forward, because that's going to make a bunch of guys spawn in. Now... Right over there on that ledge is actually, like, another machine gun nest. Ooh, that was dumb. Oh, fuck. There's not very much health in this level, by the way. Let's use a mortar on this guy. I was saying earlier how you shouldn't use a mortar, but... Oh, my God. There's some tanks in this level that I want to save it for. Okay, perfect. So mortars, by the way, have the longest reach of any of the weapons in the game. Because you can actually manually aim it, technically. So, they can reach just fucking astronomical levels. Now, this is why I say don't go straight into that fortress, because if you try and raid that place with this many guys, it's going to be a really, really shitty time. I think I can hit that... Yep, just barely. Okay, perfect. I know for a fact I can't... No, I can hit that guy, probably. Yep. So... You can also tell them when a machine gunner dies, because they always have that little, like, cloud effect when they die for some reason. I don't know why that is. There's a lot of guys out here, though. So... Oh, hell. I might have to actually do that one the old-fashioned way. No, I can actually go across and hit it. What am I thinking? I love this color palette. It makes me think of, like, Spyro the Dragon. Like, the desert levels. I like it a lot. I'm not a huge fan of desert levels in games. I actually like ice levels a lot. I think they look really pretty. I don't know. Thank God there's no ice levels in this game. I mean, if you think trying to see these tan dudes in, like, the, like, desert's hard, just wait till fucking later. Like, the swamp section is fucking ridiculous. You have to have, like, 20/20 vision. And when I was a kid, I had, like, not gotten glasses yet because... You know, I was, like, so young, they didn't know if I needed them yet. And, holy shit, I don't know how I ever finished this game, because I couldn't see shit back then. So, trust me, you'll just learn the weird little, like, triggers for this game after a while. You're like, oh, I can hit that from here. Shit! Anyways, if an enemy can hit you, you can usually hit them. So, we're gonna do this. Hopefully I can hit that comm tower. Perfect. So, there's no time limit. Don't worry about it. The game says some bullshit about a time limit. There isn't one. I promise. Oh, excuse me. You can use a mortar and take that down from there. That saves you a hell of a lot of work, trust me. That entire area is a clusterfuck to go through. And there is optional areas in this game. Most of them that are extremely pointless, I'm just not going to go in. Like, so over here on that, like, ridge that I was talking about, you don't need to go over there. There's nothing there that's actually really useful. The enemies really won't harass you either. So this entire spot right here is basically useless. But like I said, if an enemy can hit you, you can probably hit them for the most part. I'm going to go double check up here because I can't remember if I ignored the med pack. There's a few in this actual, like, compound, but I don't want to go in there with this low of health. It really makes me fucking scared. I also like the music for this game. I haven't even mentioned it yet. It's very generic, but it fits the job, you know. It's standard military style snare stuff and some, like, bells and shit. It's not anything fancy. Oh boy. So this part can be really nasty. Okay, let's see how many guys are left.
HQ, I need a recon.
A fuckload. Okay, cool. So, I am telling you, that is the most useless weapon in the entire game. So, down there is actually 2 tanks. They're gonna spawn when we get the key that's at the top of this here place. I don't know what I almost called it a fucking palace. I'm like, it's not a palace. There is a palace later on in a few of the Army Man games, but not right now. You see, I am so conditioned to play in this game on the later levels where I think every fucking guy has a goddamn bazooka. You can barely tell the difference after a while. Health kit? I can't tell. This is a PlayStation 1 game. Everything looks like fucking peanut butter. Yes, it is. Okay, I can barely make it out. Perfect. Yeah. I don't want some guy to come fucking flying out at me from here. This is what scares me the most. So, if you don't, you can use the explosives on that and go through there that way, but I'm not doing that. I actually value my fucking sanity. Alright, just roll through, try to shoot as many guys as I can so they can't hit me on the way back, because we're actually going to go through this area in a minute. So, okay. Also, once we get the key, we have to go back to the helicopter drop-off we came in through, which thankfully does not get repopulated. Much later in the game, that starts to become very common, and you'll get really tired of it when you don't expect it. But I played the game a few times before I started doing this, so I know where it's going to happen and where it's not. So, if you didn't clear out this area, it's going to be a real bad time. Like, oh fucking hell. I should have seen that guy coming. I'm like, I knew one guy spawned up here. That's another thing, too. Some enemies just spawn in certain areas. It's really nasty in the bayou section as well, especially the second to last level. Trust me, you don't want to fuck around. So I'm going to use this advantage of this spot and hopefully get these guys down. You don't want to get all the way up here and get fucked up by these guys. It's extremely irritating, trust me. And always try to calculate if the grenade's going to bounce or not. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. This game is just so inconsistent. There we go. There's also one more guy, but I can't reach him from here. Probably for the better. It makes me explain how fucking scared I was doing this as a kid. In combination with this music and the difficulty of the game, this was just like the most patronizing game I ever played as a kid. I heard that military snare, I just associate it to like getting killed in this game.
HQ, I need a recon.
I think that is everybody. Okay. So, let's get our mortar ready. Looks like we have more up here. So this Tinker Toy piece is actually the key.
HQ, I got the key.
Over. So, and what do you know? Some fucking tanks. Just chunk them down with this. It's not very hard. So it only takes about 2 mortars to actually kill a tank. Pretty simple. I would not recommend ignoring the tanks either. They are absolutely 100%. I don't think I hit that one. They're absolutely... Oh, I did, wow. I'm amazed there's actually fucking splash damage on that, because this entire series just doesn't believe in splash damage. I'm dead serious. Like, everything in this entire series, like the bazooka, no fucking splash damage. And you think, oh, in the modern games it's got... No, it fucking doesn't. The only game that actually uses splash damage properly is probably Green Rogue, and that's a whole different beast, okay? That game is not the same kind of game. There's two different versions. One was released on the PS2, which is what I owned, the actually God-intended one, okay? And then there's that piece of shit that was released on the, fucking, what's it called? The PS1, and it's just awful. So, that's pretty much this mission. I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't want to talk about Green Rogue right now.